Bonjour. Everyone, hope you're all safe and well. So this is probably as much a surprise to you as it is to me, because 48 hours ago I had no idea that I was going to be coming to Paris. I was kind of asked, did you fancy going out there to do some work? And I was kind of like, oh, I don't really know. And then I looked into it and I was like, oh yeah, they've got a Paris office. So I called back to them and I said, yep, I'll have some of that. So anyway, yesterday being Monday, today being Tuesday, it was only confirmed then, kind of yesterday afternoon, that this was all going to be happening. So here I am now, 24 hours later. So it's all kind of exciting, and if you hear that, you can hear a little bit of Paris going on out there. So anyway, I'm kind of really, really excited because I've not been here for like 20 years. And I've got this small opportunity tonight to actually go out and kind of take in a little bit of Parisian life. Now, this is actually going to be the third international kind of Lego store that I've ever been to. The first one being Split, which is in Croatia, and the other one that I've been to a couple of years ago, and it was absolutely gorgeous, was in Vienna in Austria. And I absolutely loved it because it was all around Christmas time. It was all very Christmassy and gorgeous. And you know what, if I remember to do so, check out the card above, right, and you can link to that and actually see what I bought on that Lego haul that Christmas. Now, I know absolutely nothing about this particular Lego store, other than, roughly speaking, it's about 2 kilometres in that direction over there. I mean, I don't even know if they've got a pad wall. I don't even know if they understand what a pad jug is. Probably not. Also, as well, will they even speak English? Will they accept VIP points? Have they got an exclusive just for the Parisian Lego store? I've got no idea, but there's only one way to find out. Come on, let's go.
Something pretty amazing. The Arch de Triomphe. How awesome is that? It's an absolute giant mock kind of representation of it. It's amazing. Look at all this grey, look at all these monochrome minifigures. They look absolutely brilliant. You've got castle figures there. Love those hair pieces as well. And look at the way those hair pieces are used up here. Ah, the detail is, I mean, it's just exquisite. Look at those castle helmets there. Fantastic ideas. And then from that beautiful mock, we've got this one here, the Notre Cathedral. And this is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, look at all those minifigures we've got in here. We've got all those along there. And then you've got an abundance of them down here as well. We've got absolutely a bazillion 1x1 round bricks. And then right here, actually I've never seen these before. These are like smaller minifigure heads. I've not seen those before. Certainly never seen them on the pad wall. And what I think is a really, really nice touch is this. Those there, those windows are actually made up of 2x2 plates, but with the kind of round section in them. And it's using a trans clear piece, which works to really good effect for those windows. And coming round this side, you get to see some strange kind of minifigures that run down the roof. I'll zoom in a little bit and we'll just see them there. And they're kind of repeated on this side as well. It's absolutely amazing. But look at those struts. Those struts come out there. I mean, it's absolutely spot on with the actual source material. It kind of reminds me actually of the Cathedral at Bath. So if you've ever been to Bath in the West Country, you kind of know what I mean. But let me know what you think about that down in the comments below. And then we've got this frontage here. It looks absolutely phenomenal. Couldn't leave here without mentioning R2-D2. I mean, look at it, life-size sculpture. Well, probably the most famous droid in a galaxy far, far away. I mean, the detail is amazing. It really is. I mean, it's just absolutely everything there. But then I guess it should be actually. If it's a life-size scale. But I mean, they've done such a good job of it as well. I mean, from distance, it doesn't even look like it's made of Lego. So what I have noticed that they're actually not selling here in Paris is the monkey kid thing, which is a real shame actually, because the last wave has definitely been the strongest. But what I will say, the Ninjago range, well, at least the wave anyway, from 2022 so far, I don't think it's been the strongest, but definitely one of the standout sets is this, Le Dragon Legendary Leloid. And it's absolutely superb. I mean, it's not only a massive dragon, it's actually made up of really large parts as well. I mean, look at all that around the chest plate there and the shielding on the legs. I mean, it looks like one of the old style kind of 4-6 stud wide cars, doesn't it? It looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, the head on it is huge. It really is. Of course, it's got Leloid up there. Of course, it's not really called Leloid. It's called Lloyd, but it's kind of like my French version of it. But the box art, I think, looks really good as well. And I'm loving all this kind of comic-looking backdrop on it as well. I'm sure that's a bit of a leaf from the Monkey Kid range anyway. Let's have a look on the back. And of course, unlike the 18 plus set stuff, we've actually got a nice vibrant background on it, which is really good. Got some nice cool figures as well. We've got Nia here. It looks like we've got some Vipers as well. There we go. So we've got Lloyd, Nia. He's got a very, very cool upper torso there. Her outfit looks really, really good. Python Dynamite and Viper Flyer. Oh, this is definitely going to be a dragon that I'm going to pick up later on this year. And I'll tell you what, for €60, which is probably going to be around, I don't know, £55, it's actually really good value for money as well. Au revoir.
Au revoir, merci. Bonne soirée, monsieur.
Whew. So my first impression then of the Paris Lego store is that I really enjoyed it in there. The kind of setup in there is quite different to any other Lego store I've been to as well. And it's definitely nothing to do with the fact that it's kind of just because it's in Paris or it's French or anything like that. It's kind of just very long and very slender. They had a good mixture of stuff in there. No Monkey Kid sets, which was a bit of a shame. Loads of Ninjago though, so that kind of made up for it. And the staff in there were really, really super helpful. I mean, they were super friendly and they couldn't help me enough. They really couldn't. And it's kind of still strange to see that they've got kind of still got the COVID kind of lockdown stuff going on in there as well, especially when it came to the pad wall. So that's kind of interesting. But anyway, I managed to pick up a few bits and pieces. So let's get back and show you what I got. Town now, but of course it's got a lot darker and a lot dimmer, so you're gonna have to excuse the lighting, and I'm feeling a little bit pooped in all honesty. But that said, I still want to show you boys and girls out there what exactly I got, so you're gonna have to excuse the lighting in this respect. So when I got there, I actually went straight to the pad wall, and the interesting thing was it's actually still cordoned off, so it's a bit like where London was, say, about a month ago or so. And of course you could still ask someone exactly what you wanted to get. And it was still a bit odd actually asking them how much put in there and stuff like that, and sort of getting them to sort of shake it as well, kind of maximise the amount that you could put in it. And the interesting thing was though, there was still a positive for that. I'll come back to that in just a sec. Now then, so what I did ask them for was just a small one. And the reason being is because I'm travelling quite light, I haven't got too much space to kind of buy too much Lego to take back with me. That said, I still think I've got some pretty good stuff. But let me know what you think about that in the comments. So, got myself a small pad jug. Don't get many of these ones, but it was a nice one to get. So the first things we've got in there is the 1x1 round trans clear brick. And you can just about make that out there. Probably that's the best angle for it there. And they're always quite useful for stuff. And then the next thing I got as well after that was the 1x2 plate. Now, I don't exactly know the terminology of what they're called. I think they're kind of like 1x2 plates with claws or maybe teeth. I know they're used for teeth, certainly in the hidden side sets, that's for sure. Oh, God, I miss that theme, I really do. Anyway, I've got plenty of those. So I've kind of gone for the layer effect. And then I've also got, and again, I think you can just about see them, these kind of 1x1 bricks, but with jumpers on them as well. And again, like I mentioned in my last vlog, these are actually meant to be really expensive to get from Bricklink. So I thought to myself, I'll get some more, because they're meant to be really good for when you're doing like mocks on modulars and stuff like that. So the positive of actually having someone from the Lego store actually pick your stuff is that they always give you a free scoop. And it's always a free scoop of whatever it is that you fancy. So this is what I got. Got my bag, got plenty of pieces in it. And I got myself a whole bunch of 4x4 light greyish plates. And these are always quite useful to have to hand. I could use them in meals plates, or you could just use them for general city building around roads and your city and stuff like that. So I thought I'll grab those, as they're always useful to have. Okay, so the first set I got then was actually quite a tiddly little one, but it's one that I've had my eye on for a little while. And it's this, it's set 60322, the city race car. Now, the cool thing about this particular set is that it comes with two fairly decent minifigures. They're kind of like a bit of a limey green. There's kind of a mechanic there. And of course, you've got the racing car driver as well. It comes with just 46 pieces. But to be honest, I think it looks like a pretty decent little race car. Okay, there's no speed champion, but for €10, I think it's pretty good. So for set number 2 then, we're actually going to change gear. We're going to leave Lego City behind, and this time we're going to look at Lego superheroes, and one of the best superheroes out there. Now this again is a bit of a jump up in the age. This one's for a 6+ set, but you know what? It's a pretty cool set nonetheless. And it's this one. It's set 76179, and it's called the Batman and Selena Kyle Motorcycle Pursuit. And this, again, I think is really good value for money. This one was actually €15, and you get 149 parts. And also as well, you get two absolute stonking minifigures in the form of course, Batman and Selena Kyle, who, in case you didn't know, is Catwoman. So last of all for this mini haul, I got myself a minifigure. And this time in the form of collectible minifigure series 22. And I got myself the space creature. Who's this guy here? And what I really like about this guy is he's got this kind of snail-like headpiece. He's got these sidearm prints. He's also got this pretty decent looking ray gun. But best of all, it comes with a classic space torso. But this one's definitely him because it's got that distinctive headpiece that you can kind of easily feel for. So, in a nutshell then, what were my overall thoughts of the Lego store Paris? Well, for a start, the staff there are really helpful. And you know what, even though the shape of the building is actually quite quirky, it has a certain je ne sais quoi about it, it was actually really well stocked. Now the sculptures in there are the best sculptures I've ever seen in any Lego store. That R2-D2 was worth the visit alone. And also as well, what about those mocks? That Notre Dame, I mean, it was absolutely insane, and it was massive. It really was. So do check it out. In fact, do you know what, if you just happen to be in Paris, do check out the Lego store because it's definitely well worth a visit. And on that note, if you happen to like the video, then please do give it a big French thumbs up. You can follow the channel on Instagram and Twitter and even TikTok. And if you happen to be new around here, then why not hop on and subscribe and become a big part of the LBB family. I'll leave you now with some videos that I think you might like. Au revoir.